Well, Pro Farmer Crop Tour is celebrating its 30th anniversary this year. While it seemed to be closely watched by market analysts, farmers, and others, it also brought out some critics. John Phipps provides his own perspective about the annual tour in John's World this week.
Although I've only been tangentially associated with the Pro Farmer Crop Tour, I have followed the process and often the less than enjoyable work of both gathering and reporting the results during my whole career with Farm Journal. It's been around just a couple of years longer than I have been writing for them. Over those 30 years, I have noted the reliably repetitive criticism of almost every aspect by farmers, media, and others associated with ag. For example, you can always count on hearing how grabbing a few ears from a tiny number of fields can't possibly predict the yield of those fields, let alone the national crop. And I've heard Chip and others patiently explain that's not the goal. By doing the same thing in the same way every year, what the tour is trying to create are comparisons to previous years and to USDA numbers. Of course, many fault finders think the USDA numbers are useless or rigged or divorced from reality. One of my favorite whines is how the tour is not statistically vigorous. This complaint would be a little bit more credible for me if more than a few farmers had any knowledge of the science of surveys and statistics, or it could even explain what a normal distribution is. Nor does the media help much to educate on the issue. Instead, we'd run Twitter surveys as factual headlines, even though they are totally bogus representations of reality. In fact, there are only a few efforts to extract information from farms and farmers that truly scientific polling organizations would label as useful. The Iowa Farm and Home Survey is a good example. The Purdue Ag Economy Survey is another, although I can't figure out what those results are really good for. Crop Tour figures have never been presented as anything than one of many data points to inform your marketing plan. In fact, this is the real test for those loudest detractors. If you think the tour irrationally affects market actions, why not take some money from the dupes who do think tour numbers are actionable data by making a bet yourself? Commodity brokers would be happy to take your money. In my opinion, until you have some skin in the game, either defensively or aggressively, you're really not committed to your belief crop tour numbers are useless.
Thank you, John, and you can catch his commentary on Farm Journal's YouTube page. Well, coming up next, Minnesota's own machinery Pete has tractor tales this week.